So I did a detailed breakdown of XP and wheel farming, and now it is time for mine cores. Mine cores farming has its own mechanics compared to XP and wheel, so in this video, not only that I will be showing you all the best mine core farming spots in the game, but also guide you on how to farm on each spot optimally. So ultimately, it saves you time and don't need to do any guesswork and stock up as many mine cores in the fastest time possible. First things first, let's go over to my universal farming build for all of the upcoming methods that I will be showing you. This build is geared towards movement speed and drop rate increase, so for the headpiece, I am wearing the skull of Turtle Treasure for additional drop rate increase. By the way, all of the items suggested in this video were linked in the description just in case you don't have them. For the other pieces, the Pilgrim set will take the slot for us to gain additional movement speed. It doesn't matter if it's upgraded or not, we just need the movement speed boost. Now for curios, the first one that I have here is Wind Chime for the additional movement speed it provides. But if you did not purchase the deluxe edition, you can equip any attack boosting curio that you have, especially like Amber Prayer Beads or Auspicious Lantern will work. Now for the next slot, equip Tiger Tally so our light attacks will hit harder later on. For the third slot, it is a must to slot in Golden Carp for more drop rate bonus. I suggest getting it first if you don't have it since it will save you time in the long run. If you have multiple Golden Carp, the better. For my staff, I equip with Jingu Bang, but this is not required. Equip the strongest staff that you have at the moment. Next is Spirit, and we will be using Wandering White still for its burst damage. For the Goard setup, I highly suggest equipping Plague Bane Goard for its provided attack boost. But if you don't have this Goard, it's fine, just use whatever you have. For drinks, Jade Essence will take the spot so you can replenish your mana later on in our runs. For the soaks, these are just bonuses. If you have these, great, but if not, just use whatever you have. But in this setup, I am using the Mount Lingtai seedlings to extend the duration of our clones later on, and Turtle Tear for additional mana restoration. Lastly, Insane Trail Talisman should be slotting in your quick slot so you can save time later on. Moving on to my skill tree suggestions, and for the sake of the video, I will be showing you my upgrade tree on the screen right now as it will take ages if we will tackle each upgrade. But the main idea is that you need to get as much attack boost as you can. Depending on where you are in the game, you will not be able to follow all of my suggestions here, especially if you are a beginner or your character has a low level. Just get the upgrades as you can if you are a beginner. Quick breakdown, get as much attack as you can, crit chance and damage, while maximizing half of the martial arts tree and stamina tree. Now for the stances tree, you must have at least 3 focus charges and upgrade the majority of your smash stance. Make sure you have upgraded the quick hand node to increase your manual charging speed. It is vital for our runs later on. You don't need to max out Immobilize, but if you can, do it. But for Cloud Step, it is a must to max it out as it will further increase our movement speed later on. For Strand and Transformation trees, it is a bonus if you can max out your clones and the Ashen Slumber transformation. If not, just use their basic form. Lastly, take note of my stats here just in case you want to mimic my runs perfectly. The build is out of the way, let's go over to the first 2 spots. I've already explained how to optimize the first 2 spots in my XP and wheel farming video, so I will just explain them briefly in here. If you want to know the exact steps, I will link the video in the description or in the card here. The first spot is in Chapter 1, and basically you will start in the Snake Trail Keeper Shrine and hunt down all the 4 humanoid snakes in the nearby area. As early as Chapter 1, these enemies drop mine cores. And also, note that on each run, I've allotted a full 30 minutes of uninterrupted farming to give you the actual data. I will be explaining why the duration is 30 minutes later on. So for the actual results for the first method, each run usually lasts around 55 seconds to a minute. And doing a full 30-minute optimized run, net meet 9 mine cores in total, with 700 XP and 760 will per run if you are interested. Keep in mind that your mileage may vary in all the methods that I will be sharing in this guide, as you may have weaker or stronger character than mine. Moving on to the second method, and this farming spot is widely known. This is going to be in Chapter 2 and starting from the Rackrest Flat Creeper Shrine. Since we are only aiming for mine cores, we will be skipping the rock enemy this time and aiming for the 2 nearest spear bone enemies. The run is pretty straightforward. Use the Immobilize spell on the first spear bone so this enemy can block your next move. Cast the Wandering White Spirit to one-shot the target. If the target is still alive, normal attacks will get the job done. Near your location, you'll notice the next target. Cast Cloud Step to increase your movement speed and release a surprise attack on the said enemy and pummel it with your staff. When done, use the Instant Trail Talisman to reset the run. After a full 30-minute run, I managed to gain 13 mind cores in the process, and each run lasted around 30 to 33 seconds, while having 550 XP, 668 will per run. We are already looking at good results here. Moving on to the third method, which is the Tower of Karma moving method in Chapter 3. Starting from the Tower of Karma Keeper Shrine, cast Cloud Step and surprise attack the nearest Dual Blade Monk in the area. Then cast Wandering White Spirit to take out the Dual Blade Monk. Quickly use the Instant Trail Talisman to reset the run. And that's it. Depending on your spirit upgrades, you can skip the Cloud Step kick and use the Wandering White right away to clear the runs faster. For a full 30-minute run, this method provides 7 mind cores in the process. Also, each run provides a total of 462 XP and 391 will, which may come in handy. I have included this method. Not only it does provide decent mind cores, but also the Dual Blade Monk drops the Beast Buddha Curio, which is one of the best offensive curios in the game. I highly suggest getting at least 3 of these curios for character builds later on, so you are hitting 2 birds with 1 stone if you decide to farm here. Before the next spot, as always, if you find this guide useful, subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and engaging in the comments sure helps me a lot. Also, we are trying to build a Discord server where you can find like-minded players, so come and join us. Thank you for your support. Moving on to the fourth method, which is the optimized Thunderclap Temple mobbing. There are a lot of Minecore farming videos out there that require you to farm in the same area. However, these methods require you to fight unnecessary fights and long travel times. So I decided to plan the most optimized route and give you the fastest clear run possible and get more mine cores per 30-minute run. This is by far the best method in farming mine cores in my book, so stick around. To start the actual method, teleport to Thunderclap Temple Entrance Keeper Shrine. This is going to be our main shrine in this method. From the shrine, head to the nearest structure and cast Cloud Step to increase your movement speed. Take out the Dual Blade Monk guarding the entrance by casting a Wandering White Spirit. As soon as the target has been taken out, manually charge your staff while running and head to the inner section of the structure. Unload the charge to the Blind Monk inside the structure and finish it with light attacks. When it hits the ground, charge your staff again and backtrack to the entrance and take out another Blind Monk in the process, chilling at the side of the building. Hop onto the nearest ledge to reach the upper area, and soon you will see another Blind Monk guarding a tunnel entrance. Charge your staff again and make sure you are targeting the Blind Monk, or else the undead is the one that you will be targeted and you will waste your charge. Head through the tunnel while charging your staff and unload it to the next Blind Monk along the way. As always, finish it with light attacks. After that, cast Cloud Step to increase your movement speed and head to the nearby structure with 3 Blind Monks inside. Unload the surprise attack in one of the nearby monks, and as soon as you enter the structure, and head to the center of the area and quickly transform into Ashen Slumber form and use a self-destruct ability to damage both monks and set them on fire. Then quickly take them out with light attack combinations. They will die quickly since they are already suffering from fire damage over time. Be patient and charge your staff and take out the last monk nearby. Backtrack and head to the main temple court and use Cloud Step again to increase your movement speed and avoid aggroing the nearby enemy that will be skipping. Head to the nearest temple and charge your staff to take out the Blind Monk near the entrance. Before taking out the nearest target, use your gourd to have an attack buff and also replenish your mana in the process. Charge your attack to take out the Blind Monk on your left. So on the other side of the structure, there's a Dual Blade Monk and another Blind Monk. Consume your gourd charges to replenish your mana and quickly cast clones to overwhelm the said targets. Charge your staff and take out the Dual Blade Monk first, and then take out the Blind Monk. Proceed by exiting on the other side of the structure and notice that there are another 2 Blind Monks in the courtyard. Use the Wandering White Spirit again to take out the nearest one. Charge normally and beat the last one near the tree, and finally reset the run with Incense Trail Talisman. It seems complicated at first, but after a few runs, it will be easier for you to do this method. For the run results, as mentioned, this is by far the best method so far in terms of minecore farming. I'm getting between a whopping 18 to 23 minecores per full 30-minute run while getting 6,468 XP and 5,572 will per run. Each run time will vary depending on how strong your characters are, but for me, my usual run time is 3 minutes and 40 seconds to 3 minutes to 50 plus seconds. I also find this method fun and engaging compared to the other methods. Now, why 30 minutes for each run? According to recent findings, the drop rates of mine cores diminish over time whenever you get the drops. So it is advisable to cycle through the methods I provided you, so you will be getting fresh rates as you change areas. So my suggestion is, if you can, do method 4 first, and after 30 minutes, hop on to method 2. Then go back to method 4 again. While for beginners, I suggest cycling through methods 1 and 2. In this way, it is easy to stockpile mine cores so you can finally max out your stats in the fastest time possible. Go crazy and farm like there is no tomorrow. Give this video a like if you got value out of this guide, and make sure to engage in the comments as it helps me a lot. Let me know what you learned in this video. Make sure to subscribe as well, as more guides will come soon. But if this is your first time seeing Wukong in action, or you want to level up fast in this game, these videos are for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.